That George's sun is no joke when you're out on the tractor all day. Commercial canopies are okay for shade, but they don't really keep you cool. So today I'm building my own from scratch. I'm using recycled metal bed rails and the skin from an old washing machine I was taking to the dump. I'm pulling out the heavy hitters for this one. My angle grinder, the cutoff saw, and my 12,000 watt generator to power the whole operation. I love using recycled materials, but I definitely don't love cutting rivets off these bed rails. Here I am grinding them down now. I know this isn't the ideal spot to weld with all this dried foliage on the ground, but it's 104 degrees out. I need this shade to keep myself and the camera from overheating. I'm keeping a close eye on the sparks, and I've got a water bucket standing by just in case. I was a bit all over the place with this one. Here I am positioning the mount and drilling the holes. I originally planned on using nut zerts, but I didn't have bolts strong enough for the weight, so I decided to tap and dad them instead. Now for some welding. I'm making a C-channel to sit over the wraps. It'll be bolted from both sides, which should be plenty strong to hold the weight. This is where I realized I messed up. I welded it incorrectly. The mounting holes are on top instead of the sides. I have to grind it all off and redo it, but it's getting late and I don't want to fight a fire in the dark. I decided to listen to the voice in my head, the critical one I usually try to ignore, and just call it a day. We're starting day 2 by tapping the holes so we can thread the bolts. For cutting oil, I'm just using 2-cycle oil. It's worked plenty for me many times before. Back to the C-channel, and this time we're doing it correctly. I did realize the holes on the rear bracket are too big, but I am going to leave it for future me and keep moving. Now I'm measuring and cutting the stringers.
That girl is a runner, she was born to get away. Hear that two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust, that after all the lessons learned it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye.
I didn't have any hearing protection and this thing was screaming loud. That's why I'm tilting my head away, trying to save what's left of my hearing.
I forgot what set her free. I taught her how to leave.
Moving on to the main welding, I keep forgetting this. Always stack your pieces together first or the project won't stay square. I was hot, thirsty, and trying to beat the rain, so I forgot. It's a little out of square, but it'll work for what I need. I know some of you might get tired of the time lapse, but we've got a lot of info to pack into a few minutes. So bear with me while we speed through the repetitive stuff.
Time to go our separate ways. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave.
If you're enjoying the progress, stick around. We've got plenty more projects coming up. Feel free to browse the channel to see how far we've come.
There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my baby girl become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave.
Here I am cutting the cross members and realizing just how not square it really is.
Something about those city lights were calling out my name. Now mama, don't you cry.
I have welding PP, but for some reason I didn't think to put it on.
Visit you at home, and if I never stay, the same old now welcome.
Here's the frame touching my back. I actually got burned and lost some skin here, but I just kept going. The sweat made it uncomfortable, but the shower later that night is what really made me regret it.
That homegrown two-lane paradise, watching that midnight sky you don't see in LA. This big world will always change, but the small town will stay the same.
Grinding off a few more rivets.
Concrete tree lights got my head up in the clouds. A good thing that I got my roots back in steady ground. With the same old small church parking lot, I cried when Bobby tied the knot. By God, we never thought he'd give her his last name. Or the ring that I won on the night that we once stayed 14 tonight. the small town will stay the same.
Attaching the middle cross members.
I go back to the place where the same old and welcome sign with population getting by. Crossing that county line brings back the good old days. The same old station on the side of that homegrown two-lane paradise. Watching that midnight sky that makes me want to stay. This big world will always change, but the small town will stay the same.
So I thought I was recording, but it turns out the camera overheated, so you missed me grinding and priming. So today we're gonna paint this and mount wood on it. My original plan was to use metal, probably something from a refrigerator or an older washing machine, the older white wraparound washing machines, not the top load ones. But that's not gonna work because I won't have enough material, and I'm trying to have this look as professional as I can. I went to the junkyard this morning because I'll be mounting 2 radiator fans for cooling. And I figured while I was there, I'd get a roof panel from something like a Kia Soul. I started cut it up, but the junkyard is more expensive than I thought. The 2 fans cost me $65, and I wanted to keep this at a DIY friendly budget. Gemini said that 11/32 OBX plywood would work fine. And with it being so lightweight, I don't have to worry about it being top heavy. So the plan is to trace the shape onto the wood, cut it out, flex seal the top, and paint the underside with black paint. While that's happening, I'll paint this matte black to hide my booger welds, and I'll tap the holes because off camera you can see, but the rear holes for the mount are bigger than the ones in the front. So I will be using my tap and die set and using some 7/16" bolts to secure it. And hopefully that will be enough. Also, I need to secure the ROPs because I never tighten them down, so they're just there loosely. And we have to do all this before the rain comes. So let's get started. Now I'm tracing the frame outline onto the wood so I can cut it out. I'm cutting the shape with a 2-inch overlap so I can come back and trim it perfectly with the flush trim router bit. I needed to clamp the wood to the frame, but since it's hollow underneath the wood, I had to slide a scrap piece in there so the clamp had something to grab onto. I've had this router for 5 years now, but today is actually my first time ever using it. It worked like a dream. The sky is still blue, but it's been thundering the entire time I've been out here. I'm using some Rust-Oleum matte black to paint the underside of the wood. I'll let that dry while I move to the frame. Now I'm securing the wood to the frame so I can finish the top. I thought I had Flex Seal, but it turns out it was Plasti-Dip. Don't believe everything you read on Google. It said I could use self-drilling screws, but these aren't touching the metal, and my drill is struggling after getting wet. These screws are temporary. I'll replace them with carriage bolts later. And just like that, it's getting dark. Time to clean up before the sky opens up. I decided to Plasti-Dip the top and get it into the shed to dry. I'm glad I did, because the second I got inside, the lightning started. I should have moved to safety sooner, but I'll do better next time. It's looking good. The Plasti-Dip is giving it a great texture, but timing is everything, and Mother Nature just rolled in. It's going to rain for the rest of the day, so getting this mounted on the tractor just isn't happening today. We're going to let everything cure and do the final install in the next video. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the final look. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.